Self accountability comes in when we start working on personal growth, and we tend to develop better relationships not only with our own selves but also with the people around us. This is the 62nd episode of Dream 100 Show Winning Team Secrets podcast. Welcome to Dream 100 Show, listener. I'm your host, Savita Hosamani. We at Dream 100 Show are on a mission to help small and medium business owners to grow their businesses by designing and developing a thriving culture of profit in their business. Join us as we bring you everything that goes on in the minds of successful business owners during decision making process and gain insights to make smarter decisions. In this episode, we will be exploring about personal growth and its impact on businesses for business owners and leaders. So now let's start with understanding what is the meaning of personal growth. So I want each one of you who is listening to take a moment for yourselves and think what personal growth actually means to you. Yes, when I ask this question to business owners, the answers that I usually get is it is a continuous learning, working upon ourselves, or sometimes people say responding consciously to situations. That is personal growth to them. So when somebody says it is continuous learning, so we understand that it is not that personal growth is something which you take it up today and you reach it within a few days, right? So when we say personal growth, what it implies is it is a journey. Personal growth is not a destination. Let's understand that. So personal growth is a process wherein we understand ourselves and we accept ourselves, and then we begin to work on ourselves so that we reach our highest potential. So for example, few people start with having goals to personal growth as well. The goals might be something like this: to be the best in whatever profession I have chosen. So if you want to be the best businessman, in your eyes, what is it that you want to achieve? Is it the financial goal that you want to achieve, or is it the mental growth? Is it the relationship growth? So, is it also making an impact on the society? If you look at your own self, there are so many dimensions to be the best, right? So now some of them say that I want to remain healthy. So when you want to remain healthy, again, you will have different goals in that. It will be your physical growth, your mental growth, your emotional growth, your spiritual growth. So you see, when you say being healthy, we have different dimensions to being healthy as well. So personal growth in itself is a huge subject. So we start with asking ourselves who we are and what is it that we intend to become. When we say we want to be more caring, more loving, more kind, more productive, more active, to have good relationships, to have more impact not only on our own businesses but also with all the stakeholders, and to have the impact on the environment. So you see, our goals also start uh, evolving day by day as we tend to become better and better. So we need to have a roadmap to reach that what is it that we intend to become. So let's start with simple goals like I want to be the go to person in my team. As a business owner, you should be the go to person where everybody in your team looks up to you with respect. It is not because you are the business owner that people should come to you and they should ask for solutions, but in fact, that they should have that respect from the bottom of the heart, that and the trust that he or she is the person to whom I can look up to for my personal growth and to achieve my goals or to reach my targets. So, you see, to reach that, both of these go hand in hand. In case you want to reach your targets, having trust in the person and having trust in the team go hand in hand. So one accounts for the personal relationship so that we start delivering in our professional lives as well. So now let's understand how personal growth happens when you want to be the go-to person in your team. We will explore on that example itself. When we start helping each member in the team to overcome their barriers in reaching these goals, that is when the trust also starts building. So, when there is a deadline to be reached and all members are taken into confidentiality and a support network is built so that the outcome happens smoothly at work, then instead of complaining or criticizing or team members purposely taking leave at critical times, they support you. They support the entire team to meet the deadline. So that is when we say that there is growth happening in the team as well as in the business. So, if we want to reach that stage, we need to question ourselves how we plan to get there. And it involves working on ourselves, working on the way we look at things, working on the way we relate to people, working on each and every aspect of our lives so that this development starts radiating outward and it touches every aspect of our lives. So, now, why is it important to focus on personal growth? If you look at all successful business owners, they have actively pursued personal growth and learning throughout their lives. Because when we start valuing personal growth, that is when we start responding to situations instead of reacting to them. And we can start seeing it in the form of clear goals, improved focus, and self motivation starts creeping in. Self accountability comes in when we start working on personal growth, and we tend to develop better relationships not only with our own selves but also with the people around us. So, now let's look at the areas of personal growth. Personal growth is broadly divided into these areas. One is the mental growth, where we focus on the development of the mind, the way we think, the way we learn, the way we approach things. So, this is one area of mental growth where we avoid procrastination, manage our emotions, overcome laziness, where we learn to be more polite and we become responsible persons. And we also focus upon developing new things, developing new skills, and learning new things. Social growth is one area where we focus on building our relationships, be it personal or professional. And what do I mean by spiritual growth? Spiritual growth, according to me, is remaining at high energy levels in spite of all the situations. Our everyday challenges tend to pull us down and our energy levels start drooping. So, when we work upon ourselves so that our energy levels are maintained, irrespective of the challenge, that is when we start attaining spiritual growth. And emotional growth is how we tend to manage our emotions and respond to situations. So, these are some of the examples of personal growth that has been listed. And we will learn how to start working on personal growth in our coming episodes. So, now to summarize, in this episode, we are looking at what personal growth means. Personal growth is a process, it is a journey and not a destination. So, we begin with understanding where we are and what we intend to become. That is, we start setting personal goals and we work continuously every day on it so that we tend to become the best in whatever we want to achieve. Thank you so much for being such a wonderful listener. So, the call to action is I want each one of you to identify one area of personal growth which you have not started working upon all these days and now start focusing upon growing that area, because where we put our energy, that area grows. Thank you so much and look forward to listening to your areas of personal growth.
We at Dream 100 Show help business owners in creating an audio profile for their business and reach out to new audiences locally and globally. Call to action is click on the link in the show notes and join Dream 100 Show podcast group to share your thoughts and feedback and interact with other listeners.